I would really say it's about working with the people that I've had the privilege to work with over the years, leading, developing and seeing people actually fulfilling their aspirations.
I think the highlight is really the fact that a lot of people who have worked for me, I've managed to develop them and actually promote them, and actually some of the work I do outside with other diverse groups and actually develop them and see them move forward has really been inspiring.
I think as a leader, probably one of the biggest challenges is around managing demands on my time. I think it's very difficult kind of when you have that leadership role and you feel you're responsible for your team and colleagues, and kind of making sure you also carve out time for yourself. I'm not very good at saying no, so that's kind of probably the biggest sort of day-to-day challenge.
Probably very similar to other leaders in that it's sometimes challenging when you are under pressure and have a wide portfolio of things to deliver, to always remember that the vast majority of cases people come from a good place of intent, and to try and ensure that I remember that when I'm feeling particularly pressured to deliver something. And my observation about issues of diversity and inclusion is that when people are feeling pressured, that can become a challenge. So I think those are some of the issues that we need to be having the conversation about, stepping back, creating a safe space for those discussions, and being kind to ourselves and each other, and a little bit forgiving if we sometimes get it wrong.
I think it was being identified as a leader rather than a manager, and understanding what the difference was between the two. It feels to me as though there's a certain distance between a leader and their team that a manager doesn't necessarily have. I'm still getting to grips with that.
I think what I love about the civil service as a whole and my job is that we actually get a chance to make things better for people. And you know, yes, it can be difficult and tricky, but we do things that people really care about, and if it wasn't difficult, then why would we be here? So yeah, that's what I really love about my job.
I like being a civil servant because I have a degree of work-life balance that I wouldn't have, say, in the private sector, and I've worked in the private sector before. I like the fact that you have very nice colleagues in general, certainly in Defra, and I'm interested in politics. I like the topicality of the work I do.
Do the best job you can. Networking will help. Networking will get you there, but network on its own won't keep you there. Second tip, I'd say, look to develop yourself, have faith in yourself and be true to yourself. Remain the person you are and the person you want to be. And 3, treat people well, okay? Because you don't have to be horrible just to get to the SES, and you don't have to behave a certain way to get to the SES. Be natural.
Have ambition. Yeah. Always aim for the top. Set very clear goals and get yourself a mentor. Never be afraid to ask for help if you need it.
That we don't have it anymore in the future.
Project RACE gives us a real opportunity to make a difference to people from ethnic backgrounds and minorities. And I think once we can do that within Defra and get more people engaged and on board with that, we can use that to make a bigger difference across the whole of government in Whitehall.
So I didn't realise I wasn't white until it was pointed out to me at quite an early age in quite unkind terms at primary school, at middle school and at secondary school. And my mum said to me when I was growing up that I would have to work harder than everyone else to be equally successful. I never really understood then why she was saying those things and why she was, like many immigrant parents, so focused on education. To her, being successful was the most important thing. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to understand. And I think that was really important for me to under and I understand this now, education was freedom. Freedom from poverty, freedom from constraint, freedom of choice to live the kind of life that you want for yourself and you want for your family and you want for others. So now I'm really grateful that she invested so much in me and my education and in my aspiration. My aspiration for Project Race is not only about the aims Project Race has set out for itself and for all of us, and maybe my aims are a bit ambitious, but I would want us to aim for a world where certain individuals didn't have to work harder just because they were born different.